This could be the largest automotive casting system ever designed, and if the latest reports are accurate, Tesla may be preparing to push Giga casting into territory the auto industry has never seen before. We are talking about a potential 50,000-ton class Giga Press, a machine so massive that its purpose is not simply to make a bigger car part, but to completely rethink how a vehicle is manufactured. And here is the crazy part. Elon Musk has openly talked about finding the limits of physics when it comes to casting machines. He basically asked one simple question: how big can a casting machine actually become? And his answer was even simpler. Let's find out. Today, that question is becoming more interesting than ever, because reports and industry discussions surrounding a possible next-generation Tesla casting system suggest that the company may be exploring an enormous machine capable of producing much larger structural components with far fewer individual parts. But before we go any further, if you enjoy seeing the technology behind the world's most advanced factories, hit that subscribe button. Because what Tesla is trying to do here isn't just about making a bigger machine. It could change the entire production philosophy of the modern automobile. For years, Tesla has been surrounded by arguments about where the company is heading. Some people believe Tesla is becoming more focused on artificial intelligence, autonomous driving, robotaxis, and Optimus, while others argue that the foundation of the company is still its ability to manufacture millions of vehicles efficiently. And that second point is extremely important. Because while the public conversation often focuses on robots and self-driving technology, Tesla continues to work on something much less glamorous, but potentially just as powerful: how to build a car faster, with fewer parts, fewer machines, fewer workers, and fewer manufacturing steps. And that is exactly where Giga casting comes in. Tesla's original Giga Press already changed the way the industry thought about vehicle structures. Instead of building a large section of a car from dozens of individual stamped and welded pieces, Tesla began using enormous high-pressure die casting machines to create major structural sections as single aluminum castings. That sounds like a small manufacturing improvement. It isn't. It changes the entire factory. A traditional vehicle structure can require dozens of individual components: welding operations, robots, fixtures, inspection stations, and transfers. With mega casting, many of those operations can simply disappear. Has already demonstrated this approach with the Model Y, whose rear structure combines around 70 individual components into a much larger single casting. And now the industry is asking a much bigger question. What happens if Tesla takes that concept several steps further? Tesla has already moved through increasingly large casting machines, from roughly 6,000-ton class equipment to larger systems, including machines in the 9,000-ton and 16,000-ton range. Going from that scale toward 50,000 tons, however, would be an entirely different engineering challenge. And there is one important detail that many people misunderstand. A 50,000-ton gigapress does not mean that 50,000 tons of force are simply being pushed directly through the molten aluminum. The number primarily refers to clamping force. And that distinction matters. Inside a high-pressure die-casting machine, molten aluminum is injected into a massive mold at extremely high speed and pressure. That liquid metal pushes against the internal surfaces of the mold. The larger the casting becomes, the greater the projected surface area. And the greater that area becomes, the more force tries to push the two halves of the mold apart. So the machine needs an enormous clamping system to keep those two halves perfectly locked together. If the clamping force is insufficient, the mold can separate even slightly. That can create flash, dimensional errors, defects, and potentially allow molten aluminum to escape. Now imagine dealing with that problem on a casting large enough to form a major portion of an entire vehicle structure. Suddenly, a tiny engineering error becomes a very expensive mistake. But clamping force is only one part of the challenge. The real monster is speed. Tesla's manufacturing philosophy has increasingly focused on reducing the time required to build each vehicle. And that means the aluminum cannot simply be injected slowly and carefully. It has to move extremely quickly. The metal needs to fill the mold before it cools too much, while the machine simultaneously has to control pressure, temperature, flow, vacuum, lubrication, solidification, and dimensional accuracy. That is where the next generation of giga casting becomes so fascinating. Think about what is happening inside the factory. First, aluminum has to be prepared. Fresh aluminum and recycled material can be melted in a high-temperature furnace. The molten metal then moves into a holding system where its temperature is carefully controlled before it reaches the casting machine. This isn't simply about keeping the aluminum hot. The metal has to remain within a carefully controlled temperature range so that its properties remain consistent from one cycle to the next. Contamination is another major enemy. Oxides and microscopic particles inside molten aluminum can create defects in the finished casting. So industrial casting systems use processes such as filtration, degassing, and controlled gas environments to help remove unwanted material and reduce the amount of trapped gas. And that is incredibly important, because when you are making a small aluminum component, a tiny defect may be manageable. When you are making a huge structural component, that same defect can become a serious problem. Once the molten aluminum is ready, the mold itself has to be prepared. Before each casting cycle, the die needs lubrication so the finished component can be released cleanly. The mold is also carefully managed for temperature. Too hot, and the metal may not solidify correctly. Too cold, and the aluminum can freeze before the cavity is completely filled. It is basically a race against time. The machine has to get the metal in, fill every critical section, and begin solidification at exactly the right moment. Then comes the shot. A powerful injection system drives the molten aluminum into the die at extremely high speed. The mold closes with enormous force. And suddenly, a liquid metal alloy is being transformed into a complex vehicle structure. This is where the 50,000-ton figure becomes truly impressive. The machine is essentially fighting the enormous forces generated inside the mold while simultaneously controlling a process that takes place in seconds. And if Tesla can make that process reliable at massive scale, the potential manufacturing gains are huge. Instead of producing dozens of separate pieces and moving them through different assembly stations, a much larger casting could potentially combine many structural functions into one component. That means fewer welds, fewer fixtures, fewer robots, fewer transfers, fewer opportunities for assembly mistakes, and potentially a much smaller factory footprint for the same production capacity. This is the part that makes giga casting so important. Tesla isn't simply automating the old manufacturing process. It is trying to eliminate parts of the old manufacturing process altogether. That is a completely different strategy. Traditional automation says, take the existing process and make the robots faster. Tesla's approach is closer to, why do we need those steps in the first place? And this philosophy has already produced dramatic changes in Tesla's factories. The company has previously highlighted major reductions in the number of manufacturing operations and robots required for certain vehicle structures. Now imagine applying that philosophy to an even larger casting. A single machine could potentially replace an enormous amount of assembly work. But there is a catch. Actually, there are several. The bigger the casting becomes, the harder it becomes to control. A huge mold creates huge thermal gradients. The aluminum has to flow through complex geometry. The machine has to maintain incredibly precise pressure. The vacuum system has to remove air effectively. And the cooling process has to happen quickly enough without creating internal stresses or defects. One small trapped pocket of gas can become a hidden weakness. One area that cools too early can prevent complete filling. One section that cools differently from another can create distortion. And that means Tesla can't simply build a machine that is 10 times larger and expect everything else to work the same way. The entire system has to evolve. The injection system, the die, the cooling channels, the sensors, the control software, the vacuum system, the robots, the inspection process, everything. This is why a next-generation Giga Press would be much more than a giant hydraulic machine. It would essentially be a complete manufacturing ecosystem. And that brings us to another fascinating question. What happens after the casting comes out? Because the part isn't finished just because it has left the mold. The casting must cool. It must be inspected. Excess material may need to be trimmed. Critical dimensions need to be checked. And increasingly sophisticated inspection methods can be used to identify defects that aren't visible to the human eye. For a structural part, that inspection is absolutely critical, because the biggest advantage of mega casting is also one of its biggest challenges. You are combining many parts into one. That means you eliminate hundreds of connections. But you also make the remaining structure extremely important. For years, critics argued that this could create a major repair problem. Their argument was simple. If a traditional vehicle structure has 70 pieces and one gets damaged, replace the damaged piece. But if those 70 pieces become one giant casting, what happens when one section gets damaged? Does the entire structure have to be replaced at first glance? That sounds like a serious weakness. But real-world research has made the story much more complicated. In 2005, Tacham Research published the results of a 2-year study examining Tesla's mega casting technology. The research included crash testing, damage assessment, and repair studies. And the results challenged one of the biggest criticisms of mega casting. The researchers found that, when the casting is designed with repairability in mind, repair costs can actually be lower than those of traditional multi-piece structures. That is a huge finding. It means the real question isn't simply whether a car has a giant casting. The question is whether the automaker designs that casting so technicians can actually repair it. Tesla's Model Y provides an interesting example. The rear mega casting can be repaired using defined procedures, including partial replacement of certain sections where appropriate. And according to Tacham Research, Tesla's design choices can make some repair scenarios less expensive than conventional structures. The research also showed something else that is extremely important. Mega casting doesn't automatically mean that every damaged vehicle needs an entire structural replacement. In some situations, only the damaged section needs attention. In more serious crashes, however, full replacement may still be necessary. So the technology isn't magic. It simply changes the engineering equation. And that distinction is becoming increasingly important because Tesla isn't the only company interested in this technology anymore. Major automakers around the world are exploring large-scale casting and mega-casting strategies. Toyota, Ford, Volkswagen, Hyundai, and other manufacturers have all shown interest in large structural casting technology. That means Tesla's experiment is gradually becoming an industry-wide manufacturing trend. And that could be one of the most important parts of this entire story. Because Tesla's real advantage may not be owning one enormous casting machine. The bigger advantage could be learning how to design vehicles around that machine from the very beginning. Think about it. If engineers design a car around traditional stamping and welding, the vehicle naturally ends up with many separate components. But if engineers start with the idea that huge sections can be cast as one piece, they can redesign the architecture around that capability. The factory is then no longer adapting to the vehicle. The vehicle is being designed around the factory. That is a massive shift, and it could become even more important for future affordable EVs. Because lowering the cost of an electric vehicle isn't only about making a cheaper battery. You also have to reduce the cost of everything around the battery. The body, the chassis, the assembly process, the number of components, the amount of factory equipment, the labor required, and the time needed to build every vehicle. This is why a giant casting machine could have an impact far beyond the machine itself. If Tesla can reduce hundreds of assembly operations into a handful of high-speed manufacturing steps, the savings could multiply across millions of vehicles. And that is exactly why Elon Musk has repeatedly pushed the idea of finding the limits of manufacturing physics. The goal isn't simply to build the world's biggest machine. The goal is to discover whether an entirely different way of building cars is possible. Now, there is still a major question. Is the 50,000-ton Giga Press definitely producing Tesla vehicles today? Not necessarily. Some of the most dramatic claims circulating online about a 50,000-ton machine, production speeds of only a few seconds, or specific future Tesla models should be treated carefully unless Tesla officially confirms them. That distinction matters. The technology is real. Tesla's mega casting strategy is real. The industry's movement toward larger casting machines is real. But specific future production numbers, machine configurations, and vehicle applications can change during development. And honestly, that uncertainty makes the story even more interesting. Because Tesla has already shown that the company is willing to push manufacturing technology much further than the industry initially expected. The first Giga Press looked enormous. Then came larger machines. Now engineers are discussing machines that would make earlier systems look almost ordinary. And if a 50,000-ton class system can eventually operate reliably at high production volume, the consequences could reach far beyond Tesla. It could force every major automaker to rethink how a vehicle should be assembled. Imagine walking through a factory where hundreds of workers and robots once assembled dozens of structural components. Now imagine replacing a huge portion of that process with a small number of extremely powerful casting systems. That is the manufacturing revolution Tesla is chasing. Not more steps. Fewer steps. Not more parts. Fewer parts. Not a larger factory. A smarter factory. And perhaps that is the real meaning behind Elon Musk's question about the limits of physics. How big can a casting machine become? Maybe the final answer isn't simply 50,000 tons. Maybe it is whatever size allows the machine to eliminate the next major layer of manufacturing complexity. Because once you start thinking about manufacturing this way, the Giga Press stops looking like a giant machine. It starts looking like the foundation of an entirely different kind of factory. A factory where a vehicle isn't assembled from hundreds of pieces. It is created through a small number of highly integrated manufacturing operations. And if Tesla can make that system fast, reliable, affordable, and repairable at massive scale, the biggest impact may not be the machine itself. It may be what every other automaker is forced to do afterward. So the real question isn't whether Tesla can build a 50,000-ton Giga Press. The real question is this. If Tesla actually makes this technology work at scale, how many traditional manufacturing steps will still be necessary? Because that is where things get really interesting. The next generation of cars may not be defined only by bigger batteries, faster computers, or more powerful motors. They could be defined by something most people never see, the machine that builds them. And Tesla may be trying to make that machine bigger, faster, and more efficient than anything the automotive industry has ever seen. If you enjoyed seeing how one enormous machine could potentially replace dozens of traditional manufacturing steps, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned. Because the next revolution in the automotive industry may not happen on the road. It may happen inside the factory.